fumble a bag. Act like you know how this goes.
Oh, Tusi is in the
One of the most recognizable faces on the African continent.
The person who works hard will outbeat anybody with the right amount of talent.
This is a pretty serious role in a major international franchise.
I learned that I'm actually an action hero. Every day is a new day to be a better person and to work on yourself.
She's going to be making music. She has a song.
It's so important to let your work speak for itself, because then you know the true value of the work. Welcome to the Black Rose Kitchen. So good to have you once again.
Hey. I don't want to lie. Sometimes when I watch these things about myself, I'm like, oh my God, is that me? Girl? Yeah, that's me, y'all. That's what I've been up to. What y'all been up to? Anyway, it's so good to be here. Shout out to Donovan, one of the best hosts in this country. So please give him a round of applause. He's really incredible. So as you heard, and as the video told you, my name is Pearl Tusi. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a mother, I'm an actress, I'm a presenter, I've been a radio host, I'm a producer now, and I might be making some music. I'll tell you about that later. But there's really a lot happening. One of the things I'm also incredibly proud of, and part of my legacy plan for my children, is to build something so powerful and an everlasting legacy for them. That's why I have brands like Black Rose, Black Pearl Hair, and now I'm also a shareholder, and I've invested in a brand called Humans, which many of you here should know, right? Humans, I own shares at Humans, y'all. So I take brand influencing and brand building and all those things very seriously, because I've got brands that I'm building. I am a brand that I'm building, and I'm helping other people build their brands. So it's very much an honor to be here, spending time with everyone here, and let's see how this goes. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the stuff in the beginning that you guys all already know. So let's do a mental checklist of what you already know. Building a brand, for example, involves establishing a solid and how does it say when you go to school, right? Because I didn't actually go to school for this stuff. I just figured it out and I swam as we were going. But establishing a strong and authentic online presence that reflects what and who you are and what you stand for. Here are some general tips for how to get you started. Identify your values and strengths. Understand your unique qualities and skills and passions. Define what sets you apart from others in your field. Define your target audience. Determine the group of people you want to speak to and tailor your brand message to resonate with those people. Consistent online presence, and gosh, do we have to hear that a lot. It's like, Pearl, you have to post, you have to post. Just like, oh my God, I've actually got a life to live also. But consistent online presence is important. Create and maintain a consistent presence across social media platforms and other relevant online channels. Engage with your audience, interact with your followers, reply to their comments, and participate in discussions to build a genuine connection with your audience. This is number 5, so there's 10 of them. So just see if that checklist that you've got in your head, if I'm ticking out all the boxes. Create valuable content. Share content that provides value to your audience, whether it's informative, entertaining, or inspiring. Number 6, then there's number 7, then there's number 8, number 9, number 10. That's not what we're here to discuss. That's what you learn at school. That's what you figure out there. I'm not going to teach you what a lot of you, I'm assuming, went to go figure out before and paid and got degrees and threw up hats and took pictures with your families, all that business. I'm not here to do that. I want to chuck that out the window because, like I've said, textbooks and... okay, so I love watching these, though. You know the self-help reels, like for marketing stuff on Instagram? Have you guys not seen those? Are you guys not spending any time on Instagram? What type of marketers are you guys? What's happening? Well, go there and you'll find all of that there. I'm here to discuss real life, so let's talk about real life. We all know that shit happens. Mistakes will be made while you build your brand, but you have to keep going. And how many of you actually know who I am here? Let's see. Maybe don't, it's going to get awkward. Maybe. Oof, no, just like, no, I'm not sure who's out there. But if you know me, my brand, my career is a living testament to that. So for those who know, let's talk about Zimbabwe. So you know. So let's talk about it. And for those who don't know, I'm going to give you a brief outline of what happened. So basically, Zimbabwe was a tourism trip. I'm sticking to my story. It was a tourism trip that ended up with me apparently promoting or supporting a president. Make it make sense. Supporting a president from another country for his next election. A South African went to Zimbabwe, said, vote for him, and went back to her country. Make it make sense. But here's my warning. If a company tells you that you're visiting a state house as part of a tourism program, it's not Buckingham Palace. It's not the White House. So just assume the president is going to be there and you won't be allowed to leave the premises. And, you know, when you look at the guys around you and you think, why do these guys seem scared of this guy? I'm gonna stick around and I'm gonna take a picture and make my way home, okay? That's what I did. It's really a long story otherwise, but please heed my advice. Don't just be going to state house visits. What I also do know as a Zulu girl is my dad taught me respect. There were certain things that I was taught, and if he heard that I was disrespectful to an elder, no less an entire president, he would turn in his grave. So I had to figure a lot of things out on site, on the go, and which is what a lot of us who deal with brands have to deal with every single day. And let's talk about a personal brand. What embodies a personal brand? So I have worked out 3 tiers, what I'm gonna from now on, English, from now on call bodies. Also, it's not my first language, at least I've mentioned I'm a Zulu girl. There are 3 tiers of these things that I've put out. And honestly, I don't think you have to pull out a pen and a paper, but like we're having a conversation. I'm not trying to talk at anyone. But that first body that I've recognized and discussed with some other people who are experts in the field is the inner part of a brand, the values, the spirit of a brand. The part of you, because we're talking about personal branding, but it can also work with any brand, the part of you that no one else sees. That inner dialogue that you have, not just when you're alone, but when you're looking inward. That's that part of you that's littered with enthusiasm, hopes for the future, bills to pay, personal problems, plagued with self-doubt, and, of course, imposter syndrome. I hate imposter syndrome, because what it made me do is, even as I was coming here, or as I was planning to be here, I felt so unworthy to talk to all of you that I couldn't figure out what exactly I wanted to say till the 11th hour. And I'm sure a lot of us go through that, as I know a lot of women go through it. Guys seem to, I can't speak for men, but guys seem to just believe in themselves. Like their mom said, "You're amazing," while we were busy washing dishes. So, you know, I don't know, but for women, like imposter syndrome, and because I'm a woman, I can speak for women. I read about women. That's what I try and focus on because that's what I relate to. Imposter syndrome is going to punish you. Like, I was wondering, what on earth am I going to teach experts who might likely also, and don't act like one of you here doesn't like me. My biggest critic is probably sitting right here in front of me. Luckily, my inner brand, and hopefully yours too, has a robust support system inward and outward. Something every brand needs. I have incredible friends who help correct my inner dialogue. This first body is the most powerful source for any brand. What's happening at the source? Something will only work if the gut and the heartbeat of the brand is functioning at its best. What people cannot see, that also matters. Work on the words you repeat in your mind, therefore your subconscious, because they affect every facet of your brand. If I unraveled the pearl people don't see, and by unraveled, I'm talking about like showed people everything, right? The pearl that people think they know, the perception will change. A lot will change about how they perceive me or anyone else out there. Even if I had a reality show, you couldn't really get to see the innermost part of my being. But if your self-awareness is something you use to direct your brand, then you can have a perception of the pace, the depth, and reality of your brand growth. This can also allow you to take calculated risks and survive maybe not some very calculated risk. And at worst, this is the part of your brand that needs to develop authentically so you are sure to grow from the shit people sling at you. You can just catch that shit, take that shit, and turn it into the manure you need to increase your yield. You can alchemize shit too. Now, the second body. This is me wearing Tebe Magugu, a local brand, right? This is the outer part of you. It's more like kind of the word of mouth part of the brand is what I try and think of it as. So this is how or what you make people feel. So what am I wearing? My posture, where to be seen, who to be seen with, which programs or shows I should do, who cares even if I like them or not. Now, I'll just do this show, I need the money, or I'm being told that this is the right thing I need to do. Or smile, don't react, even if someone is disrespecting you. Imagine a Zulu girl just keeping quiet and watching people disrespect her. That's the type of stuff you have to deal with. Until I found my groove in the bigger picture, these were the things that were actually the bane of my come up in the industry. There was this model. Do you guys remember me, Bonang, Mini, in the beginning? There was this model or mold of how you had to become as a woman in order to be an it girl in South Africa and worldwide. It was something I had to do in order to be successful and brand friendly. Because if I wasn't brand friendly, what am I eating? You think those TV shows pay us? Eh? We are on TV so we get your money. That's why we are on TV. We want your money. So we needed for you guys to like us and trust the brands that we put out there so that people can believe what you're selling, but I have to pretend to be something I'm not in order for them to believe that. It's a hard world to live in. So those who've spent time with me knew that the girl that they were seeing on screen was a very watered-down version of me. But I was so desperate to make it work. I was a desperate single mother with 3 dogs to feed. So, I mean, I did my really, guys, I tried. I tried to be a good girl. I tried. No, I really did, though. And the thing is, my parents didn't even succeed, so who did I think I was going to fool? I found this really frustrating, but thank God for Rihanna. Right, Rihanna set me free. Let me tell you something. When I saw Rihanna swearing at people on Twitter, I said, what? And you guys are still buying her albums. You guys are still supporting what she's doing. That was my turning point. I said, what I'm going to do right now is be myself. And then that's how Unyogo came about. All I can say is at least I still kept it authentic, you know? It was definitely not my proudest moment, but it was the first time in a very long time that I could remember standing up for myself. Strategy was a bit, but I did it. This incident was also how I learned no publicity is bad publicity. If you live authentically and have the right team around you, or preferably both, you can make anything work. And to be honest, I'd had enough of public abuse. And at that point, I felt like, I'm famous now. 4 million followers. I've got ammo. I'm going to shoot my shots straight right back. But why was I paying attention to every shot that was taken at me? And I felt the need to return that energy. I do miss that era. I had some good fun. It was dangerous, you know. It was in my 20s. It was online. I was also serving, hey, fuck you and your mama. Yeah, it was weird. But brand evolution provides powerful landmarks for any brand. I've learned a lot from those experiences, and there are definitely hallmarks and cornerstones. Oh, that was the time I was serving that. Now, early in my career, I really struggled to rein myself in to a point where I would sometimes be so scared to be myself because I was just so convinced that people would not like me. I was right. They didn't like me. Yeah. But no one could fault My hard work, my talent, my tenacity, my determination, my grit, my perseverance, my fearlessness. I'm also all of those things. Because I was being imperfect, people believed that I was being genuine, I was being real. And when the brand is real, nothing can actually beat that, whether you like me or not. You understand? I'm the real Black Pearl, and nothing made me happier than to be myself. Also, though, you know, I was making some money, so cash can make you a little confident sometimes. You're saying things that you shouldn't be saying. This is my theme song, and sing it with me if you guys are not boring. This is my theme song. Nah, 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 wait till I get my money right. Yo, my money was right. I said, nyang la. I had that moment. I have a friend who's basically, I don't know, those watching at home, you can do what you need to do, actually. I have a friend, her name is Callie. She's started this business, it's pillows, like silk pillows, and she's very passionate about it. She's like, I believe that girl's gonna be a billionaire because no one can convince her otherwise. She's like, Pearl, I can't wait till I have fuck you money. Like, that's like, same WhatsApp. Okay, I've got 3 minutes. Third body. These are the associations, your relationships, social media, what's attached to you. So these are things like, what are you posting? Who's liking it? Are Pearl Tusi and DJ Zintle still friends? Oh, wow, Pearl is hanging out with Gabrielle Union. Is Pearl having a midlife crisis? Or everyone's favorite, Pearl Tusi. Pearl Tusi. Pearl Tusi. I'm talking about Pearl Tusi. Shout out to MT. Or then there's, who is Pearl dating? Oh, Pearl is such a good mother. Blah, blah, blah. You can't control what people attach to you or your bodies, but you can be intentional and strategic about what you attach to yourself, what you post, and the choices that you make. One of the wildest things I've ever heard, when I just was visiting from New York, I was doing a show, a hit show in America at the time, called Quantico. So I'd come home to visit, you know, the peasants. Joking. Hi, guys. So I came home. I'm joking. Hey, I'm joking. I'd come home to visit, and my friend was like, oh, wow, are you still talking to us? And I thought, what? Why wouldn't I talk to people I know because I'm on a hit show in America? Someone should have told me that, actually, because maybe I should have just not spoken to certain people. But that is the power of perception. And this person qualified it and said, I know certain people who would not even look our way if they were in your position. So every time I think of that, I realize something, that my brand is much bigger than what I may ever or have ever given it credit for. That makes me a little bit sad. So I allowed a lot of people or a lot of things to happen that sometimes made me uncomfortable so that I could make people feel comfortable. And I wanted to prove to those people that our connections were real. That's something that's so important to me. To this day, I'm still trying to understand people who fake it, posting things they don't own for people they don't know to prove a point that's not even real. Like, I don't get it, but it's happening and good for those people. Most importantly, a big part of my brand is to make people feel loved and valued. I love to make people feel seen, to my own detriment sometimes. But I can't help it because I have to be true to my first body, and it's driven to bring happiness, laughter, and joy. I mean, in grade 9, I even learned how to be a class clown to try and make people laugh in the classroom. Sometimes the teacher was also laughing, so at least there was that. Because deep down, I was actually low-key a nerd. I loved getting A's. That was very important to me. But I loved to also watch people laugh. So I wanted to be successful and I wanted to be funny. It was tricky in high school. No matter what happens, I have to stay true to that first body so everything else can be aligned. But what's even better is when all three bodies come together, they form an authentic synergy. And there are people out there who are willing to fight for a brand that they believe in. And remember, no brand is lost if there is but one authentic fool to fight for it. Thank you so much.